I am live? Okay. So, are we back on? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, so welcome back. We had some major hiccups this morning here on Uplift with Cliff, and I'm so glad that you guys stuck with me. So, wow. Good morning, Curtis. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Tommy Wheeler. Listen, things are going to happen every now and then, and when they do, you've got to roll with the punches. It is definitely Monday morning here on Uplift with Cliff. And I am so sorry for the difficulties we had, but you know what? We're going to keep on rolling, rolling, rolling. And I mentioned a second ago when we had started our stream that I had no indication, no inclination, no reason whatsoever not to believe that this was going to be my best week ever. And I absolutely still feel the exact same way. But listen, this is exactly what I'm going to talk about today. Things will happen. Things will pop up. Issues will happen. And when they do, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And so this morning, we're going to have us a good, tall, cold glass of freshly squeezed lemonade. I'm here to tell you, Monday, I don't roll over that easy. Monday, you can't take me that easy. Monday, I am a veteran at this. Monday, you must not have heard that I survived 2020. And if I can survive 2020, a camera glitch on Uplift with Cliff is not going to do anything for my year. It is Monday, December 14th. It is 9:42 a.m. and I'm not going to rush things today. This is Uplift with Cliff, and I have every indication, every reason to believe. I firmly believe in my spirit, in my soul, that this is going to be your best week ever. So good morning and thank you for sticking with us. Curtis and Heather, Yolande and Lisa Hill, good morning. Heather, listen here. I want to thank you all. Rosie Papagiannakis, Paulie, thank you for sticking with us. Congratulations on being installed at WCR. This is Uplift with Cliff. Now, last week, you saw me get tested for the coronavirus here at ORRA. Yes, I invited the nurse to come in, and they gave me 2 different types of tests. And I told you later on that I would share my results and that you would know it. Because if I was here on today, my results would be negative. If not, I'd be broadcasting live from my living room the very next week. So here I am in ORRA Studios at 1330 Lee Road. So you know that both of the tests came back negative. But listen, I'm here today to tell you, okay, it says my live video has been interrupted again. I hope everybody can still see me. Am I still on air there? Can everybody still see me? Okay, great. I'm here to tell you that even if the test had come back negative, I was still going to be positive. And even if the test had come back positive, I would still not be negative because we're talking about a mindset here. We're talking about a mindset. And the mindset is be positive, remain positive. Stay positive and don't let anything rock your world or change your day. You got me? Okay, so today, last week we talked about how to break bad habits. Now, this week we're going to go into something different. We're going to talk about how to break bad habits and make it stick. So, here we are. Here we go. So now, today I'm going to talk about 7 things that you can do to create great habits for 2021. 7 things that you can do to create great habits that stick in 2021. Okay, now the first thing you got to do is you have to make up in your mind that you're going to do something different. And since I can't see you guys anymore on one feed, what I'm going to do is switch to my phone here so that I can see what you're saying. Okay, but the first thing you got to do is you got to make habits that stick. Now, Cliff, how do you make habits that stick? Well, the first way that you make habits that stick, you've got to know your triggers. So the first thing I want you to know today is to know your triggers. Now, do you know what your triggers are? Do you know those things that send you back into the old you, the person that you no longer want to be? Do you know what your triggers are? The first way to make a habit that sticks, I'm talking about causing things to go right for you in 2021, causing things to flow your way, making sure that every day things go the way you want them to. The first thing you need to do to make sure that you create good habits is to know your triggers. Now, so where does your habitual behavior begin? What time of day? How do you feel when it happens? Are other people involved? So one of the things that I know is that uh, in order for me to have a good day, I surround myself with people who are having a good day. And anytime I find someone in my circle that's always having a bad day, that's going to be a trigger. So I make sure that those people are not in my immediate circle. Also, if you want to have things like good eating habits, make sure that you're not around those things that cause you to go away from your habit. For instance, if you know that sweets are your thing, or if you know that bread is your thing, if that's a trigger for you, don't go buy that. Don't stock up shelves full of it. Get rid of the triggers in your life. If you know that you're no longer supposed to be drinking, or alcohol is not good for you, well then stay away from the bars, stay away from events. Know your triggers. What is your trigger? What time of day does it happen? Do you find yourself in the afternoon going into a negative phase, or is there a person that triggers you? If you know that there's a person that triggers you, my mother was great for this. One of the things that she would do is, if you were going to cause her to go into a bad mood or a bad place, she would eliminate you from her immediate surroundings and from her life. She was an ace at getting rid of the people in her life who were the triggers that caused her to have behavior that she no longer wanted to continue. So are there people in your life that are trigger people for you? People who cause you to go into a phase or a situation that you no longer want to be in? Get rid of those. Now, the second thing that you have to do in order to break habits and make them stick. You want to break bad habits and make it stick. You need to ask yourself why you are doing this. Now, number one, know your triggers. We're talking about breaking habits today. Number two, ask yourself why. Now, write down your reasons on a sheet of paper or a piece of paper, maybe a sticky note. Put it on your refrigerator, put it on your bathroom mirror, but remind yourself why you want to do this. I no longer want to weigh what I weigh. I no longer want to continue bad relationships. I no longer want to fail to meet my goals on my job. I no longer want my children to feel this way about me. I no longer want this type of relationship with my children. You've got to write down know your triggers first, but then ask yourself why. You see, you need to know why you're doing it if no one else knows. You need to know what's going on if no one else knows what's going on. And you need to ask yourself why. Okay, number one, how to break bad habits. I want your 2021 to be the best year ever. We're coming out of a COVID situation, and I don't just want you to come and live because COVID's over. I want you to explode into your best year ever. And in order to do that, we got to break some bad habits. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to know our trigger. What triggers us to go back into that bad situation? And then the second thing we're going to do is we're going to ask ourselves why. Why? And we're going to put that down. We're going to put it on sticky notes, and we're going to make sure that we always remember why we're doing what we're doing. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. Now, the third thing that we're going to do is we're going to enlist a friend. Yes. Now, make it a point to bring a friend into your situation. Make it a point to bring a friend into that thing so that they can help you maintain good habits. We're trying to break the bad habits, but we're trying to go into the good ones. So the first thing you got to do is know your triggers. But then after that, you've got to ask yourself why, and then take that and put it on a sheet of paper where everyone can see. Now, the third thing I want you to do is, like I said, enlist a friend. Bring a friend into that situation and tell them, I want you to help me this year break a bad habit. Now, sometimes that bad habit is, like I said, food. Sometimes that bad habit is a man. Sometimes that bad habit is a woman. Sometimes that bad habit could be an addiction. It could be not making your calls at work. It could be anything. But bring a friend into it to help you with your accountability so that you don't continue into those bad habits. There is no reason whatsoever that 2021 should not be an absolutely explosive year for you, your best year ever, because we have been practicing this thing since June or July now. We are working on ourselves, working on our habits, working on our business, and we're not going to repeat those same old things that cause us to go back into those old situations. Got it? Okay. Now, the number 3 thing you've got to do, we're talking about breaking habits this year. Breaking habits. We're starting now, and we're going to carry it into 2021. The number 3 thing that I want you to do is, drum roll, can't hit the table, camera will shake, be mindful. Now, be mindful. Cliff, all these things sound the same. Not exactly. Now, this practice involves observing impulses that relate to your habit without judging them or reacting to them. See, you need to know the impulse. So let's just say if that bad habit is not making a phone call. Well, what's the impulse? What's the impulse? It could be that every day around this time, your best friend comes over for lunch or for drinks or for whatever. And after that person leaves, you no longer feel like making your calls. Your impulse is to go hang with the fellas or go hang with your friend. See, you've got to be mindful and know the impulses. There are little things, those little things that happen in your mind, the impulses. What's stopping you? What keeps you in those bad relationships? Are you in relationships because of your impulse not to be lonely, or an impulse just to have somebody to hang with? Or are you eating because you have an impulse that it's going to help you waste the next 2 hours? What are the impulses? You need to always be mindful of those things so that you can break out of the bad habits. Okay? Okay, it's 9:52 a.m., December 14th. This is Uplift with Cliff, and we are breaking bad habits on today. Okay? So, in our breaking bad habits on today, we're going to first know the triggers. And then secondly, after we know the triggers, we're going to ask ourselves why. And then after we ask ourselves why, we're going to enlist a friend to help us with this situation. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Reese. You're right, my brother. 2021 is going to be best. Good morning, Heather. Good morning, everybody out there. JC McEwen, Michael Marsh, good to see you. Positive attitude determines your altitude. Hey, look at the uplifters. You guys have got it. This is, you're uplifters. You know this by now. We're going to control all these bad habits in these situations that are causing us to go into these repetitive situations. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. So the next thing I need you to remember, they sound the same, but they're not. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. You have a great week too. They sound the same, but they're not. The next thing I want you to do is this. Now, you gotta be careful with this one. You gotta be careful. But you gotta do something, right? You gotta do something. So I want you to swap habits. Okay, we're gonna swap some bad habits for some good ones. I want you to remember this. Swap habits. Now, you might have an easier time breaking a habit if you replace the unwanted behavior with a new behavior. Okay, so let's say if our unwanted habit is overeating. You pick up some bread, you pick up some pizza, or you do something like you get yourself a drink and then you fill that alcohol drink full of juice. Now you got sugar on top of sugar. Then you get yourself some pancakes or some pasta. Now you got sugar in the pasta, sugar in your drink, sugar in the juice. Now you got sugar on top of sugar, and you wonder why we're gaining weight. See, I can talk. I know exactly how I got this weight. I love to eat. So what do? Swap the habit. You need to stop adding the sugar, stop adding the alcohol, stop adding the bread. If you have a habit of not finishing your calls at the end of the day, then what do? Swap the habit. Get rid of that thing that's causing you to do it and make it a new habit. First thing, every morning you make your calls. First thing, every morning you follow up on your leads. First thing, every morning you've got to swap the bad habits for good habits. If you know that you always go to that place and you end up bringing home somebody you shouldn't be bringing home, y'all know what I'm talking about. You got to break that habit. Stop going to that place and find you someplace new to go where there are constructive people who can pour into your life instead of taking out of your life. I know y'all didn't ask me for that. I'm going to give y'all that one for free, that little nugget, okay? So swap habits. You'll have an easier time if you replace unwanted behavior with new behaviors. We try to do that all the time here at the Association of Realtors. We swap habits. We're trying to always keep things fresh because if it's not working, don't keep on doing it. Try something else. Okay, 9:55 a.m. Uplift with Cliff. It's December 14th, and we are getting rid of bad habits. Today's session is all about breaking a bad habit and making it stick. I don't want you guys to just break them. I want your breakthroughs to be sustained. I want your 2021s to be landmark years, monumental years, years that change your lives and your business forever. Good morning, Nancy, Cynthia Maldonado. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mwah, mwah. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do, number one, we know what your trigger is. Know what your trigger. Number two, ask yourself why. Number three, enlist a friend. Number four, be mindful. Number five, swap bad habits for good ones. Now, the next one, once again, set yourself up for success. What I want you to do next is make reminders. There need to be reminders everywhere in your life of what you're trying to accomplish. Reminders on your mirror, reminders in your car, using sticky notes, using stickers, other visual reminders. Wherever the habit happens, put a reminder there. Okay, you got it. That's the rule. Wherever the habit happens, you need to leave a reminder right there. Wherever, if your habit is happening at the refrigerator, put a note on that sucker reminding you, no, we're not doing this in 2021. If the habit is happening at the telephone, put a habit on it that says right now, pick up the phone, make 10 calls before you go back. If the habit is happening at your local bar or restaurant and you keep on going there, tell the bartender or the waitress to remind you not to do this again. Everywhere the bad habit is happening, you need to make a reminder to yourself. Leave it there to always make it mindful. Do you see how this is lining up? When you make the reminders, it keeps you mindful. And all of a sudden, you know what your triggers are. And all of a sudden, you're asking yourself why. You see, each one of these steps leads to a next step that creates healthy behavior. And this is how we're going to reprogram our minds in 2021 to be nothing but successful. Some of y'all just got it. Some of y'all, the bell just went off. Some of y'all, it's ring, 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 ring. If I just follow these steps, I'm going to create a positive environment, a positive social environment, a positive health environment, a positive work environment, and my entire life is going to change because I changed it. Whoo! Hold on. Hold on. What did you just say, Cliff? Your life is going to change because you changed it. What do you mean, Cliff? The new man that I got ain't gonna change it? Nope, he's not. Well, Cliff, the new woman, she's not gonna change my life? No, she ain't. Well, Cliff, this new job, it's not gonna change my life? No. You see, none of those things work if you still have the same old bad habits. Curtis, can you help me out here? The new man, the new woman, Nancy, will you tell them the new man, the new woman, the new environment, the new whatever doesn't work if you have the same old bad habits? Heather, help me out here. Lisa Hill, somebody put you got it in there. Somebody put I hear you. Somebody put it down there, I hear you. Alicia, let them know. So all the new things you add don't matter if you have the same old bad habits. So why are we talking about this? Because that new you that you've been telling everybody is coming, that new you that you've been telling everybody they're going to meet, that new you that you prayed for, that new you that you starving yourself for and fasting for, it or she or he won't matter if you've got the same old bad habits. And that's why I'm talking to you today on this edition of Uplift with Cliff. If you want something new, get rid of the old and let's do something new. We're going to break those bad habits and usher in the new ones. Elaine got it. Gertrude got it. Curtis got it. Anna Gazzaro, she got it. Good morning, Anna. Everybody got it. Laura, are y'all with me? So, number one, know your triggers. Number two, ask why. Number three, enlist a friend. Number four, be mindful. Number five, swap habits. And number six, make reminders. And number seven, and the last one for today. The last one for today. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Prepare for slip-ups. No, I'm not condoning bad behavior, but prepare for slip-ups. You do know you're not perfect. You do know that as long as you're human, you're imperfect. You do know that sometimes you will regress. Sometimes you will slip up. Sometimes you will move in the wrong direction. Sometimes things happen. You heard me say it before on another uplift, so I'm saying it again right now. Prepare for slip-ups. Remember this, change is hard. It took a while to build up all those bad habits that you have, so you're not going to lose them in one day. It took a while for me to get all this good girth. So it's not going to leave me because I have one day of not eating a lot. So if I mess around and have that meat lovers pizza or those oxtails or those, or go to my favorite Colombian restaurant, yeah, I'm going to slip up. But that doesn't mean keep going there. That doesn't mean keep eating the pizza. That doesn't mean go right back and eat the mofongo. Some of y'all don't know what mofongo is. But it doesn't mean keep doing it. So what? I slipped up. There's a saying that Coach Nick Saban has. So what? Now what? So what? Now what? So what? You slipped up. Now what? Are you going to keep on slipping up? Are you going to just keep on with that bad behavior? Or are you going to jump back on the horse and ride again? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you today, if you have a slip up, it is not okay. We're not condoning it, but it was to be expected, and we're going to get past it. Don't condone those things like, hey, it's okay. Because when you tell yourself it's okay, you give yourself the approval to do it again. You just say, hey, I messed up. Admit it to yourself, to thine own self be true. I slipped up. Now I'm going to get back on this horse. I'm going to ride again. I'm going to get back on this diet. I'm going to get back on this business plan. I'm going to get back on this financial plan. I'm going to get back on this social plan. And I'm going to do things the way I said. I'm going to make myself reminders. I'm going to swap these habits. I'm going to be mindful. I'm going to bring a friend in on this thing. And I'm going to know my triggers. Know that thing that caused you to slip up. Okay. It's 10:02 a.m. and this is Uplift with Cliff. Good morning, Chris Atwell. Good morning, Elaine. Yes, slip-ups identify triggers. Boy, if I need Nancy right here in the studio with me. Good morning, Nancy. Preach to these people. The slip-ups help you identify your triggers. All of these steps are designed for you to learn from. All of these steps are designed for you to get better. All of these steps help to make sure that you totally eradicate and get rid of those bad habits. If you follow them all, then you're going to be successful. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that stuck with us on today. Listen, we had some technical difficulties when we started our show, and nobody likes that to happen. But listen, it will happen. There will be slip-ups. And what we want to do is just make sure that that's not an every week thing, but that's what I want you to do with your businesses. I want you to make sure that when things happen, you don't run from it or pretend like it didn't happen. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. And then vow to move on. So listen, Lisa Hill, that's right, sir. Lisa said no more chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to all need to be Lisa's accountability partner as she endeavors to not eat that deadly, horrible chocolate again. Woo, Lisa. I don't know what we're going to trade that for now. We're going to trade habits. So, Lisa, we're going to have to make it up in our mind. What are we going to trade? What bad habit are we going to trade for the other one? Mary Burke, listen, you're going to be the greatest you ever. I want you guys to think about it. What are you going to get rid of this year? What bad habit will you get rid of? Will you even admit that it's a bad habit? Because the first way to get rid of a problem is to admit that you have it. So we're going to take 20 seconds here and think about, in 2021, I'm going to get rid of this bad habit. Now, what is that bad habit? Is it overeating? Is it stress eating? Is it being too worried about your personal image? What's your bad habit that you're going to get rid of? Is it going to be overspending? Is it going to be spending too much because of some sort of therapy? Is it going to be not working your business? What's your bad habit? Is it going to be worried about other people's business and not focusing on your business? What bad habit will you get rid of in 2021? I'm asking that right now. This is an interactive session. I'm not letting it go until you make up your mind, because I don't want us to just glaze this over and then next week we don't make our progress. Good morning, Lori. Good morning. Good to see you. Being wasteful with funds. Hey, Lori, that was me. Always knowing that the next paycheck is coming, so you start spending. How will we get rid of that? What's your trigger? Ask yourself why. Will you be mindful? What habit will you swap it with? Nancy, okay, in moderation, in moderation. But what bad habits? That's right, Gertrude. Focusing on your business and not other people's business. That's right, Gertrude. I want you to work on your business. Start with me. Come on, people. This is an interactive one right now. What bad habits will I get rid of in 2021? And we're going to follow these steps. We're going to learn what our triggers are. We're going to write down why we want to get rid of them. We're going to enlist a friend. We're going to be mindful of these habits. We're going to swap that habit for another one. We're going to make reminders. What bad habits? Setting up a plan and sticking to it. Now, Nancy, that's worth gold right there, sister. I know so many people who never stick to their plan. Wow. And there's so many people that have asked me to work with them on their plan, and then they don't do it. So they worry why I stop calling, why I stop helping, why I stop working. Because halfway through their plan, when I see that they're not going to be accountable, I stop trying to be that friend that they enlist to be accountable with the plan. Because if you're not working the plan, I certainly can't work it for you. So that's a great thing. I love that. Mary Burke, everybody, what bad habit will you break in 2021? And one more time, these are the steps we're going to use to do it. We're going to know our triggers. We're going to ask ourselves why. We're going to write down why we want to break it. We're going to enlist a friend's help. We're going to be mindful of it. We're going to swap habits, and we're going to make reminders, and then we'll prepare for the slip-ups. What happens when we slip up? How do we get back in the saddle quick? Good morning, Kelly O'Brien. Good to see you. Listen, this has been Uplift with Cliff. It's 10:07. I can't steal back all the time we lost due to the technical difficulties, but I can send you my love. I can tell you, Gertrude, that I absolutely adore being part of your mornings. I can tell you, Mary Burke, that I'm thankful for you. I can tell you, Nancy and Curtis, that having you on Uplift means the world to me. Diane, I can tell you that you mean the world to me. Elaine, I can tell you that every Monday having you here on Uplift with Cliff makes it worth it to me. I can tell you, Anna Gazara, that you are number one. I can tell you, everyone out there, that you matter to me. I can tell you, Claudia and Nancy and Alicia, I can tell you how much you mean to me. I can tell you, my staff out there, that I love you. I can tell all the people in Panama and Brazil that you mean everything to me. I can tell you just how much you mean to me and that you are everything to me. Listen, before I let you go today, I want you to remember just a couple of things. In case you didn't hear it from your husband or your wife, in case your children were too busy to tell you, in case you rushed out the house because you hit snooze one too many times and you didn't get a chance to tell everybody, just in case you're alone and you've been alone a long time and you don't have family, just in case you're that person that sometimes you push people away from you, you need to hear it from somebody today, this month, this week, this year. You need to hear these three words: I love you. You are so loved. You matter so much. Don't let the situation or the circumstance cause you to think that all hope is lost. Hope is not lost. Hope is never lost. Never give up. Never think it's over. Never think someone doesn't care. As long as you are looking at me and you can hear the sound of my voice and there is a building at 1330 Lee Road, I can tell you that President Reese Stewart loves you. I can tell you that I love you. And that means you are loved. And if you are loved, that means there's hope. And if there's hope, that means that situation that you're going through can turn around for the better. I'm asking everyone out there that knows someone that might be going through a situation, share this with them. Let them know that they're loved. Let them know that they matter. Hey, listen, uplifters, uplifters, uplifters. If you're an uplifter, I want you to remember this. While we're celebrating the holidays For so many people, the holidays is absolutely the saddest time in their life. Right now is the time to hit share. So those people who are sad, those people who lost loved ones, those people who are alone for the holidays, know that they are not alone, that they can turn their situation and their circumstance around, and that today is going to be the beginning, the first day of the best week of their life towards the best year of their life. You matter to me. And you matter to this association, and you matter to President Reese. I need you to know that we absolutely love you. And in just a few days, we'll have Christmas, and then right after that, our New Year. And guys, guess what? Today is the day that they start dispersing the vaccine. Yes. So we went all through 2020, and today is the day that they start shipping out the vaccine worldwide. You made it. Now, if you're like me, you're not going to get that vaccine anytime soon because we're not on the list. But I'm just here to tell you that the sun also rises. The sun also rises. Yes, you've had a few sunsets, but there is something I can promise you, that for every sunset you've had, there was a sunrise. The sun also rises. And if you will just make it up in your mind that you're going to see the next sunrise in your life, your situation will start to look better. If you just make it up in your mind that, hey, today was bad, but at 5, I'm getting excited myself. At 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning, there's going to be another sunrise. I'm going to get another shot at this thing. I'm going to get one more opportunity. The sun also rises, and it's going to rise on your situation. It's going to rise on your business. It's going to rise on your relationship. It's going to rise on your finances. It's going to rise on your social life. The sun is going to rise on your health situations. The sun always rises, and all you've got to do is make it up in your mind that you're going to make it to your next sunrise, and everything's going to be okay. This is the December 14th edition of Uplift with Cliff, and I absolutely love you. I checked everywhere this morning. I checked online, I checked offline, I checked Britannica, I checked all the encyclopedias, I checked Life Magazine, Time Magazine, USA Today, I checked the Wall Street Journal and the Washington Post, and it is not printed anywhere in this country that this will be your bad week. This is going to be your best week ever, and I need you to focus on that thing. Look for good things to happen. I want you to write it into the screen. I am looking for good things to happen this week. Okay, let's do our affirmations. Y'all ready to do the affirmation? It's time to do affirmations, okay? It's time. Now, I actually did get that 13 minutes back. Okay. So the first thing I want you to say, you got to say it loud. I want some crazy people out there in Uplift land. Some crazy people in Panama, Brazil. Some crazy people in California, New York. Some people down in Miami. Everywhere you're listening, I want you to say it loud. This is going to be my best week ever. That's our first affirmation today. This is going to be my best. Say it, you've got to say it. This is going to be my best week ever. Now, I want you to proclaim it and speak life into your 2021. I want you to say it. 2021 will be my best year ever in business, personally, and financially. Say all three of those. 2021 is going to be my best year ever in business, personally, and financially. Okay. 2021 will be my best year ever in business, personally, and financially. Say it, Gertrude, that's right. You got to claim it. Y'all get excited with me today because all of a sudden I am looking forward to the days to come. Okay. I want you to say this. I am successful in business and people want to do business with me. I am successful in business and people want to do business with me. I am successful. People want to do business with me. I am successful in business and people want to do business with me. Okay. I want you to say, today is not my tomorrow. Today is not my tomorrow. You got to believe that. Today is not my tomorrow. Guys, if you don't know that I believe that about me, then you missed everything about Cliff. Today is not my tomorrow. Today is not my tomorrow. Yes, Curtis. Today is not my tomorrow. Today is not my tomorrow. You have to say these affirmations, everybody. You've got to say it to yourself. You've got to say it before I can say it. Listen, listen. You ready? Listen. I am a great father or mother and my children love me. Say it. I am a great father or mother, insert your name, and my children love me. I am a great father or mother and my children love me. Say it, say it, say it. Hear yourself say it. I am a great father or mother, or you might be a great auntie or a great grandmother or a great uncle. But if that's you, say it. Because you've got to feel it about yourself. You've got to know it about yourself. You've got to know that thing about yourself. Otherwise, it's not true. And you got to know it before I know it. Okay. And you got to say it. God loves me and I love God because you're loved. God loves me and I love God. God loves me and I love God. There's no reason whatsoever to believe. No reason whatsoever to believe that you are special. Matter of fact, we're going to say that. Say it. I am special and good things happen to me. I am special and good things happen to me. I am special and good things happen to me. I am special and good things happen to me. I am special and good things happen to me. I am special and good things happen to me. You got to know that. I am special and good things happen to me. Okay, it's 10:16 a.m. and it's time for me to wrap up this edition of Uplift with Cliff. We started weak, but we finished strong. And it's December the 14th, and today we talk about how to break bad habits and make it stick. I want you guys to find out today what habits you're going to get rid of, because we're going to crush them in 2021. Nothing but success, nothing but bright things, nothing but good things, nothing but blessings, nothing but rainbows in your future. No more storm clouds, just rainbows. And in 2021, we're going to thrive. I will be back with you on next week for the December 21st edition. And I want to show you guys two things that I picked up today. Now, two oddities. Now, I didn't just pick them up today. I want to show them to you. The first thing, if you've ever watched SEC football, I can take my mask off here for a second. I actually ordered the mask that I always see my favorite coach wearing. This is, now, you know the regular medical masks. And I'm only saying this because I looked it up and I know you guys are too. So this is and then there's the K95 mask, and then the KN95 mask. This right here is the Shema 97, SHEMA 97. You see these on all the coaches. You see these on all the athletes, all the people on TV. This is the one they're wearing. You have to look it up online. They're not sold in the stores locally, but I'm sharing it with you because it took me a long time to find it. I absolutely love this mask. It looks like it's sheer, but it's not. It blocks out all of the spit, the things that you don't want to transfer, and it's great. Now, another one for all you party people out there. This is a beautiful one. This is one that my president-elect Natalie saw in Nashville. Now, this one is for all you party people. Let me see if I can get it to light up. It actually lights up. Now, I wouldn't, and if you're going to an event and you want to be fashionable, if you can see it changing colors, there's a little switch in here. You just hit the button and this thing starts to act a fool, as they say. It comes in different colors to match your outfit. It even has a little strobe light there. Just sharing a little mask technology with you. And this is how we'll close out the day with me blinking. I want to thank you all for attending this week's edition of Uplift with Cliff. And as I close out, remember what I say. Control here. Your mind is the battlefield. Your mind is the battlefield. And always remember, thoughts become things. Take care. I love you all. Have a great week.